Okay, welcome back to the Huddersfield View. And if only they could play teams beginning with S every single weekend. Southampton, Sunderland, Swansea. You better watch out, Stoke. Mark, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you very much.
All right.
I'm surprised we're having a good week in football where we haven't lost. We should have lost quite a few times, but we
Right.
haven't. So I suppose that's progress.
Yeah, let's go through it then. So we're going to talk about 5 games and 3 points and what you've learnt about from your trip to Swansea about the team, cutting out late goals as well, and just where you stand now on this relegation battle with QPR picking up points right behind you. Let's start at Sunderland, shall we? Last Wednesday night, the trip to the Stadium of Light. Was that Huddersfield's best performance under Darren Moore so far?
No, it's we've got lucky with Delano's Bergdorf actually taking a shot instead of trying to stop it and pass it to somebody like 30 yards back, and it's gone in. And one of the things I keep saying when we're at town games is somebody just shoot, just take a shot. And the amount of times the ball's on the edge of the box and we're trying to play pass here, you're playing a pass there, like just shoot. Bergdorf did that. We got a goal, we won game. Sunderland will feel unlucky because they had about 1,000,000% possession and whatever else, but we've played to the actual strengths of what Darren Moore's doing at the moment. We didn't have our main striker back, so to go up there and to get a good 3 points after what we're going on with Rotherham after they won and after QPR won and stuff, it was important 3 points to win. I don't think it was a great game for us, and I certainly don't think you can sit there and justify having 20% possession games. It's just not on. It's ridiculous. Fair enough, you've got to win, and you do see it sometimes, but to want to do that consistently and just say, yeah, we'll let you have possession of the ball, and you just see it you know, some guy's got a strike off 30 yards out, it's gone in. And you can't do that, and it's frustrating that we got a result, but we're still leaking goals. The ironic thing is we've actually scored in 14 of the 20 games we've played this season. We've scored goals in them,
Yeah.
and we're expecting to defend, but yet we're in bottom three or bottom four. So it tells you that it doesn't work what Darren Moore's doing.
Yeah, it's those points, isn't it, that you've lost. So the last sort of 10 minutes, 5 minutes of games as well. It's cutting those out. I mean, you can't. I mean, what did you defended for 87 minutes against Swansea?
Well,
Like you
actually,
say,
we scored after three, and they scored after 94. Yeah, 91 minutes we defended for, and we had, I think, it was about 22%, 23% possession. And you just can't keep expecting to play a through ball and just an
yeah,
out ball because eventually you get injured players because you're trying to defend all the time, and stats are ridiculous. But Swansea, in fairness, only actually had 5 shots on target, and one of them went in.
yeah.
We had 4 shots on target, so you can say it works in that sense, but you can't expect a through ball somebody legging it 80 yards down pitch to pick up a lucky goal. It don't
Yeah.
work.
And did Ward miss a sitter in that game as well?
Yeah, about 6 yards out. He should have probably scored, but as long as you make a keeper do a job, it's on target in it. And at the end of the day, keeper's got to then save it.
Yeah.
But you kind of like
Is that one that Jordan Rhodes would have put in?
Jordan Rhodes is a clinical finisher, is he? Jordan Rhodes knows how to put a but, and it's really awkward because Jordan Rhodes is on 15 goals for Blackpool. But is it championship goals what he's scoring, or is it League One goals what he's scoring? But I do think clinically it'd be a bit more clinical for us. And what frustrates me more about the game is we actually had our main striker back, and we didn't utilise the striker up front, like holding the ball up and bringing players into play. We just sat back,
No.
and that just creates more pressure, more problems, and so what's the point in having your key striker back complaining about, oh, we ain't got as many players and stuff, so we have to play this formation. I mean, you bring him back. I mean, you're just like, well, actually, we'll just play that formation anyway. Don't matter.
Okay. You got 2 home games coming up now. Then Bristol City and first of all this weekend, and then Preston coming up. So 2 teams. which you'd like to say probably are both winnable, but is it the case you've got to get 3 out of 6 as a bare minimum out of these games?
I think so. Bristol City have always been awkward for us. We go down to Bristol City and we lose, and Bristol City come to us and they lose. So it's always tit for tat with Bristol City, but they're not they're not a terrible team, and it's kind of like you just don't know which Bristol City team's going to turn up. And the same with Huddersfield Town at the moment, you don't know what town team's going to turn up. And then you've got a local derby really with Preston. It's only around the corner from us, and they'll bring a load of fans Tuesday night under lights. It's gonna be noisy from there. And so yeah, it's definitely you've definitely got to win one of them, and preferably not lose the other. At least try and get 4 points out of it. But we've got Dwayne Holmes who plays for Preston, who were at town and he left unceremoniously because Neil Warnock just went, "Yeah, mate, I don't need you anymore." And he's been in good form at Preston, and it's just likely that he'll come back and score. It's like Naki Wells down at Bristol. He came back and scored loads of times against us like that. So it's curse of the ex-players, isn't it?
All right, let's get some predictions. We'll bring Sam, our Bristol City fan, in. Stay there 1 sec. Thanks, Mark. Okay, Huddersfield against Bristol City. Let's get some predictions. Mark, what are you going with?
I think a draw with Bristol. We've proved that we can score goals. I don't think Bristol are on the greatest form, but they're kind of losing to the big teams and maybe getting good results against the low teams. But I think we're turning a corner at the moment, and I think we've got a few players to come back. So I'm going 1-1.
Nice one. And then Sam.
I agree with Mark. I'm going with a 1-1 draw on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching many highlights of this one, I don't think. No disrespect to either of you. Okay. All right, cheers, fellas. I'll catch you next week. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Sam. Cheers.